Our planet is not just a world. It is a living masterpiece sculpted by fire, water, stone, and time. It burns, it freezes, it breathes in silence and roars with light. From volcanoes that rise suddenly out of quiet fields to glowing craters that burn endlessly beneath open sky. Earth tells stories that no human hand could ever write alone. There are places where the land bleeds color, where mountains ripple in bands of red and gold, where rivers run in rainbows and boiling springs swirl with every hue of flame. There are forests made of stone, deserts that bloom with hidden lagoons, and caves that shine with stars born not from the sky, but from life glowing in the dark. Cities carved into cliffs, villages of white stone and spiraled rooftops, beaches of powdered light, and lakes so ancient they remember the world before our time. These are not dreams. They are real. They wait. This is not just a list of wonders. This is a journey into the soul of Earth itself, into its quiet sanctuaries and violent awakenings, its frozen prayers and burning secrets. From places where time began to landscapes that still defy it, you are about to explore the most spectacular places ever born on this planet. And with each step, each view, each breath, may you not only see the world, but feel it. May you remember that beauty is not a luxury of the rare, but a legacy of the earth itself. And that every wonder you witness is a reminder that we too are part of this magnificent, impossible creation. In a quiet cornfield in Michoacan, Mexico, the earth once trembled with a whisper. A crack in the soil, a strange sulfuric scent in the air. It was 1943, and a local farmer named Dionisio Pulido watched in awe and fear as smoke rose from his land. By nightfall, fire erupted from the ground, and over the next 9 years, a volcano grew before the eyes of a stunned world. This was the birth of Paricutin, a force no one had predicted. A volcano born in the heart of a farmer's field. The eruption swallowed fields, forests, and entire villages. Yet amidst the devastation stood a symbol of grace. The partially buried church of San Juan Parangaricutiro, its altar and bell tower still piercing the sea of lava. Locals say the altar never burned, even as molten rock flowed around it, a miracle carved in fire and faith. The survivors rebuilt, resettled, and lived in the shadow of what they had witnessed. Today, the volcano rests in silence, its black cone rising above hardened lava fields, surrounded by new life slowly creeping across the charred earth. Paricutin is not just a geological wonder, it is a living legend, a story of upheaval, loss, and resilience. To walk its trails is to follow the footsteps of those who saw the earth give birth to fire and refused to run. It is a sacred scar in the skin of the world, one that still breathes the memory of its own beginning. In the frozen heart of Siberia, Lake Baikal stretches like a crack in the earth, deep, ancient, and impossibly alive. It is the world's oldest and deepest freshwater lake, over 25 million years in the making. Plunging more than 5,300 feet, and holding nearly a quarter of the planet's unfrozen fresh water. Carved by a living rift valley where the Earth's crust pulls itself apart, Baikal may one day become a new ocean. In winter, its surface freezes into translucent sheets of blue ice, etched with pressure ridges and thunderous cracks, while methane bubbles, formed by decaying organic matter, rise and freeze into shimmering silver towers trapped in time. Beneath the ice lies a universe of mystery. Over 3,700 known species inhabit its depths. And more than 80% of them exist nowhere else on Earth. Among them is the Baikal seal, or Nha-Ke, the only freshwater seal in the world, a silent swimmer evolved in isolation. Microscopic algae, called diatoms, blanket the lakebed, their glassy skeletons filtering the water to breathtaking clarity. In summer, you can see over 100 feet into the lake's soul, revealing ancient stone, drifting life, and the silent choreography of a world untouched by time. Baikal is more than a lake. It is a cathedral of cold, a sacred archive of the planet's memory. It has been revered by shamans, studied by scientists, and walked upon by dreamers. Here, every season is extreme, every silence profound. As the wind sweeps across frozen plains or carries the scent of thawing pines in spring, Baikal remains, steady, ancient, endlessly alive, speaking in ice, in evolution, in the language of deep time. The Amazon rainforest stretches across South America like a living emerald blanket. Covering about 40% of the planet's remaining tropical forests. Here, in this vast cathedral of green, more than 10% of all known species thrive under a thick, breathing canopy. The Amazon River, the most powerful river by volume in the world, snakes through this lush kingdom, feeding life along its sprawling journey. Every inch of the Amazon bursts with energy. From towering kapok trees to the hidden eyes of jaguars and the glint of poison dart frogs. The rainforest is known as the lungs of the Earth, producing roughly 20% of the planet's oxygen. It controls global carbon levels and the water cycle, a vital guardian against climate collapse. Yet beyond science, the Amazon is a land of wonder, mystery, and stories still waiting to be told beneath the endless green sky. Off the coast of Queensland, hidden within the turquoise arms of the Coral Sea, Whitehaven Beach stretches for over 4 miles like a ribbon of light. Its sands are some of the purest in the world, 98% silica, giving them a glowing, powdery whiteness that feels cool underfoot even on the hottest days. The beach swirls together with the sea at Hill Inlet, creating a natural artwork of shifting tides and luminous colors that ripple and reshape with each passing hour. From above, the view is surreal. Azure and jade waters wind through snow-white sandbars like brushstrokes from the ocean's own hand. Beneath the surface, vibrant reefs pulse with life, part of the Great Barrier Reef's sprawling ecosystem. Whitehaven Beach is more than a tropical escape. It is a sanctuary of simplicity, untouched by development, where every wave, grain of sand, and passing breeze reminds us what the world looks like when left to dream in peace. As boats drift silently by and sea turtles glide through crystal waters, the beach whispers a rare kind of stillness, the kind that washes the noise from the soul. In the windswept heart of Turkmenistan's Karakum Desert, the earth yawns open into a glowing wound. The Darvaza Gas Crater, known to many as the door to hell, it burns without rest, a ring of unrelenting fire that consumes the dark from the inside out. But this inferno was not born of myth. It began with man. In 1971, Soviet geologists were searching for oil when their rig punched through a vast underground pocket of natural gas. The ground collapsed, swallowing equipment and opening a pit nearly 230 feet wide. Poisonous methane began to escape. Fearing environmental disaster, the engineers made a decision. They set the crater alight, hoping it would burn off the gas in a matter of days. That was over 50 years ago. It has never stopped burning. At night, the crater glows like the eye of a buried god. Flames licking the sky, heat warping the air, silence broken only by the soft roar of eternal combustion. Camels pass in the distance. The desert wind moans. Travelers stand at the edge, small and stunned, watching Earth's fury blaze from below. The door to hell is a monument to miscalculation, yes, but also to awe, to humility, and to the enduring power of forces far beyond our control. Here, the planet reminds us that what we awaken, we may not be able to silence. Angel Falls, hidden within Venezuela's lush Canaima National Park, plunges from a height of 3,012 feet, making it the tallest waterfall in the world. Water born from ancient tabletop mountains, the Ttt&x, falls in a single unbroken stream, dissolving into mist before touching the jungle below. Indigenous Pemon people long knew of its existence, calling it Kerapakupai Meru, the waterfall of the deepest place. Long before pilot Jimmy Angel brought it to wider fame in 1933. The surrounding wilderness is a patchwork of dramatic cliffs, deep valleys, and rich rainforest, untouched by time. Angel Falls draws adventurers willing to journey through winding rivers and dense jungle, where each step closer to the falls feels like approaching the beating heart of the earth itself. It is a place where gravity and dreams collide in a breathtaking plunge from the heavens. Clinging to the cliffs above the Aegean Sea, the island of Santorini shines like a crown of white pearls scattered along volcanic rock. Formed from the catastrophic eruption of a massive volcano thousands of years ago, Santorini's dramatic caldera now cradles a sea of deep sapphire. Whitewashed houses with rounded blue domes tumble down steep hillsides, linked by narrow winding paths that offer glimpses of endless ocean. Here, every sunset feels like a sacred ritual. As the sky turns molten gold and fiery crimson, casting its reflection over black and red sand beaches born of volcanic fire. Beyond its breathtaking beauty, Santorini is a living testament to endurance. A culture that rose from ashes, rebuilt from ruins, and continues to thrive amid the echoes of ancient cataclysm. Whether wandering through the ruins of Akrotiri or sipping wine from volcanic vineyards, Santorini invites every traveler to witness resilience dressed in radiant light. At the edge of the desert, where Earth collapses into the lowest place on the planet, the Dead Sea lies still. A silver mirror cradled by ancient lands. Surrounded by barren mountains and sun-scorched cliffs. Its water rests nearly 1,400 feet below sea level. In a basin shaped by time and tectonic forces. Its waters are thick with salt, so dense they can lift the human body like a feather. Allowing travelers to float as if dreaming atop the surface of time. Beneath the surface, salt crystals form like sculptures along the rocks and shores, glowing white under the desert sun. No fish swim here, no reeds grow, yet the place feels far from lifeless. Rich in minerals and myths, the Dead Sea has been a sanctuary for healing and reflection for thousands of years. Cleopatra is said to have bathed in its waters. King Herod built fortresses nearby to overlook its shimmering stillness. The air is heavy with history, of prophets, of kings, of silent watchers who once walked these shores beneath the same unbroken sun. The mud, thick and black, clings to the skin and draws out tension like a remedy from the earth itself. As dawn touches the barren cliffs and paints the salt-crusted shoreline in gold, the Dead Sea reminds us that even in desolation there can be stillness, beauty, and the quiet power of surrender. A place where silence heals and time, for a moment, stands still. The Landwasser Viaduct arches gracefully over the rugged alpine valley in the Swiss canton of Graubünden. A masterpiece of engineering born from stone and daring dreams. Completed in the early 1900s, this iconic bridge stands 200 feet high and stretches 450 feet across. Its 6 curved arches blending seamlessly into the wild landscape. What makes the Landwasser Viaduct truly astonishing is how it plunges directly into a tunnel carved into the mountainside. Creating a cinematic moment that feels like entering another realm. Riding the train across its span offers an unforgettable experience. A slow, soaring flight through the heart of Switzerland's untamed beauty. The viaduct is not just a bridge, but a testament to the human spirit's desire to coexist with and celebrate the natural world. As seasons change, the surrounding valley transforms. Blanketed by winter's snow or set ablaze by autumn's fiery hues. Each moment offering a different kind of magic. In the harsh and surreal landscape of Ethiopia, the Danakil Depression unfolds like the broken crust of another planet. Situated about 410 feet below sea level, this is one of the hottest and most extreme environments on Earth, where temperatures can soar to 134 degrees F. Under a sun that seems to sear the air itself. Here, the ground bubbles with neon-colored salt flats, toxic hot springs, and volcanic craters that smoke and hiss with primal fury. Active volcanoes like Erta-Ale, with its ever-churning lava lake, light up the night in a fiery glow that seems to pulse with the planet's lifeblood. Despite its brutal conditions, life clings stubbornly to the Danakil. From hardy microorganisms to the resilient Afar people who have called this place home for centuries. Scientists and adventurers alike are drawn here, lured by its otherworldly beauty and the raw, unsettling reminder of Earth's untamed power. High in the Peruvian Andes, where the air thins and the land feels close to the sky, Vinicunca rises like a mountain out of myth. Also known as Rainbow Mountain, its slopes ripple with bold bands of color. Red, turquoise, gold, lavender, formed by layers of sedimentary rock rich in minerals and shaped over millions of years by wind, ice, and silence. At over 17,000 feet above sea level, reaching Vinicunca is a journey in itself. The path winds through high-altitude valleys dotted with alpacas, past snow-capped peaks, and under skies so clear they seem to stretch into eternity. With every step, the air grows quieter, until only the sound of your breath and the wind against stone remains. And then it appears, the mountain painted not by brush, but by time. For the local Quechua people, Vinicunca is a sacred site, a living symbol of Pachamama, or Mother Earth. Here, amidst color and cold and ancient stone, you feel the earth speak not in words, but in color, reminding us that even the mountains are alive. If you're enjoying this journey, please give the video a like and subscribe. It really helps us keep making more amazing content like this for you. Deep beneath the ancient limestone mountains of Vietnam, Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park hides a subterranean wonderland that few places on Earth can match. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is home to some of the world's largest and most spectacular caves, including the legendary Sondung Cave, a cavern so vast it could cradle an entire skyscraper within its depths. The park's underground rivers snake through cathedral-like chambers, past towering stalagmites and shimmering rock formations sculpted over millennia. Hundreds of caves lie hidden here, from the glittering Phong Nha Cave to the mysterious Dark Cave, each with its own secrets. Above ground, lush jungles teem with wildlife, and the seasons paint the landscape from vibrant greens during the rainy months to sun-bleached golds in the dry season. Phong Nha-Ke Bang is a place where Earth's heartbeat feels close. A temple of stone and water, mystery and time. Mount Fuji stands as Japan's sacred crown. Its snow-capped summit slicing into the sky at 12,389 feet. Revered for centuries as a symbol of strength, serenity, and spiritual rebirth, this perfectly symmetrical volcano has been a source of endless inspiration for poets, painters, and pilgrims alike. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its profound cultural significance, Mount Fuji is more than just a natural wonder, it is a spiritual beacon. During the climbing season, hikers ascend its slopes under a canopy of stars, driven by the dream of witnessing the first blush of sunrise from the summit. An experience known as Goraiko, a moment of pure transcendence. Surrounding the mountain are the Fuji 5 lakes. Each offering mirror-like reflections of Fuji's serene form. While fields of cherry blossoms bloom in spring at its base, and fiery maples set the foothills ablaze in autumn. Mount Fuji remains a timeless reminder that greatness often wears the quiet face of patience and grace. In the sun-drenched heart of Apulia, Italy, lies a town where time never truly moved on. Alberobello, a village of stone dreams. Its narrow lanes curve between hundreds of trulli, whitewashed dwellings with conical grey roofs that spiral into the sky like ancient beacons. At first glance, they appear whimsical, even playful, but their origins are steeped in clever survival and quiet rebellion. In the 16th century, under the rule of the Spanish crown, landowners in the region faced a heavy tax for permanent structures. To avoid it, they instructed peasants to build without mortar, dry stone homes that could be disassembled in haste when inspectors came. And so the trulli were born, humble but ingenious. Their thick limestone walls kept the interiors cool, their round shapes strong and self-supporting. Their roofs often marked with mysterious painted symbols, signs of blessing, protection, or identity. Centuries later, Alberobello remains, no longer hiding, but proudly preserved. The entire historic zone has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, its trulli standing as a quiet monument to human ingenuity, endurance, and a people who shaped their world from what the land gave them. As the evening sun sets over the olive groves and the stones glow with golden warmth, the town whispers not just beauty, but legacy, defiance, and quiet magic. Lencois Maranhenses, a dreamscape sculpted by wind and water along the coast of northeastern Brazil, defies all expectations. Stretching beyond the horizon, this surreal desert of endless white dunes looks like the rippling sheets of an abandoned giant's bed. Yet during the rainy season, magic unfurls. Freshwater lagoons appear between the dunes, creating a shimmering mosaic of turquoise pools across the golden sands. Walking across Lencois Maranhenses feels like wandering through an infinite sea of silk, where every step sinks softly into sun-warmed dunes and every turn reveals a hidden mirror of sky. Though the land seems barren, it teems with life. Fish that survive in dried-up lagoons reappear with the rains, and migratory birds find refuge in this unlikely paradise. Under the equatorial sun, the landscape becomes a symphony of light and shadow. A place where nature rewrites the rules and dreams take tangible form. Along Angola's Atlantic coast, just south of Luanda, the Earth suddenly tears open into a haunting lunar dreamscape. Here lies the Miradoro da Lua, the viewpoint of the moon. Where towering pinnacles of red, gold, and ivory stone rise from the cliffs like the frozen waves of some forgotten sea. Wind and rain have carved this dramatic canyon over centuries, leaving behind an otherworldly amphitheater of hoodoos, ridges, and spiraling formations that stretch endlessly toward the horizon. From this cliffside perch, time feels suspended. Below, the landscape dips and folds like fabric turned to stone, echoing the silence of distant planets. As the sun begins to fall, shadows stretch long across the formations and the valley blushes with the soft hues of dusk. Copper, lavender, and deep rust. The people of Angola speak of this place with awe, not only for its beauty, but for its power to humble. The viewpoint of the moon is a place where the planet bares its bones and whispers its age, reminding us that not all wonders are green or loud or living. Some are born of stillness and speak only through stone. In the heart of Java, Indonesia, Kawah Ijen awakens before dawn with an eerie, otherworldly glow. This active volcano is home to the world's largest highly acidic crater lake. A surreal pool of electric turquoise that steams and bubbles at the mountain's summit. But even more astonishing is the blue fire phenomenon. At night, sulfuric gases ignite as they seep from cracks in the earth, creating rivers of vibrant blue flames that dance along the dark slopes. With an elevation of about 9,000 feet, Kawah Ijen challenges those who climb its rugged paths, rewarding their efforts with a sight few on Earth have ever witnessed. Sulfur miners, carrying heavy loads on their shoulders, move ghost-like through the fumes. Their endurance a testament to human resilience in harsh beauty. As the sun rises and paints the landscape gold, Kawah Ijen transforms once again from a nightmarish inferno to a dreamscape of luminous waters and ghostly peaks. A place where Earth breathes both fire and wonder. Wangxian Valley. Hidden deep in the south of China is a famous valley where a peaceful and magical beauty reigns. The name Wangxian means a place to see immortals, giving the feeling of stepping into a fairyland far from the world. Tall mountains rise above waterfalls that tumble down hundreds of feet into deep forests, where streams flow all year round. Ancient mist often drapes the valley, enhancing its dreamlike scenery. This enchanting place is tied to old Taoist stories and was once a haven for wise people who lived quietly and wrote poetry. Their verses carried by the soft murmur of brooks. Visitors today can hike on mountain trails winding through lush greenery, swim in hidden waterfalls, meditate under ancient trees, or enjoy tea and painting in quiet spaces where the spirit feels renewed. Spring paints the hillsides with cherry blossoms, while autumn wraps the forest in flames of gold. Wangxian Valley invites every traveler to step into living legends. A sanctuary where nature's poetry is still whispered by rocks, rivers, and ancient trees. From deep beneath Yellowstone's restless ground, the grand prismatic spring bursts forth like a vision from another world. A boiling pool of color too bold for the human mind to fully grasp. Larger than a football field and deeper than a 3-story building, the spring is the largest in the United States and the 3rd largest on Earth. Its brilliant hues ripple outward from a burning turquoise core, through rings of fiery orange, golden yellow, and radiant green. Each layer shaped by heat-loving microbes in a perfect natural spectrum. Steam rises in thick curtains, veiling the spring in mystery, while the land around hisses and breathes like a living thing. The ground is alive with geothermal power. Geysers erupt nearby, fumaroles hiss like sleeping giants, and mud pots bubble with strange, rhythmic intent. The grand prismatic spring is not just a geothermal marvel. It is a window into Earth's ancient past, where life once began in fire and water. The microscopic organisms that color its rim are descendants of the planet's earliest life forms, thriving where few others can survive. Standing before it, you feel the pulse of the planet below, constant and unknowable. It is a place where science meets awe, where beauty is born from heat and pressure, and where nature dares to paint with the colors of the impossible. A vibrant eye staring back from the heart of the earth. Along the sun-baked roads of western Madagascar, the Avenue of the Baobabs stands as a testament to resilience and ancient life. These mighty trees, with their enormous gnarled trunks and spindly branches stretching skyward like roots turned inside out, have watched over the land for thousands of years. Some baobabs are believed to be over 6,000 years old. Silent witnesses to the passing of civilizations, storms and droughts. Their massive trunks store water during the dry season, enabling them to survive when the land around them turns to dust. During the brief blossoming of their large white flowers, the air fills with the soft fragrance of fleeting beauty. As the sun sets, the baobabs cast long, fantastical shadows across the red earth, turning the landscape into a scene from another time. A living memory of Earth's ancient and enduring soul. Niagara Falls thunders along the border of the United States and Canada. A relentless cascade where 85,000 gallons of water plunge every second into the abyss below. Formed over 12,000 years ago at the end of the last ice age. This awe-inspiring waterfall is a force of nature that has shaped both the land and the human imagination. The fall's deafening roar vibrates through your bones as mist rises in towering clouds, painting rainbows across the sky when touched by sunlight. In winter, the falls sometimes freeze into sculptural towers of ice. A momentary triumph of cold over constant motion. Safe viewing platforms allow visitors to stand face to face with the raw energy of the earth without diminishing its wild majesty. Niagara is not merely a sight to see, it is a place to feel. The power of gravity, the rush of ancient rivers, and the timeless dance of water and stone. In the far reaches of Argentine Patagonia, Los Glaciares National Park sprawls across a landscape where the raw forces of ice, wind, and stone have crafted a wilderness of staggering beauty. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a sanctuary of towering Andean peaks. Massive rivers of ice and sapphire blue lakes that mirror the endless sky. At its heart lies the mighty Perito Moreno Glacier, a living wall of ice that creaks and shatters as great chunks carve into the waters below. Sending thunderous echoes across the silent valleys. Established in 1937, Los Glaciares is not just a natural spectacle, but a vital research ground for studying climate change and glacial dynamics. Here, amidst the cold clarity of Patagonia's breath, travelers find themselves dwarfed by nature's vast imagination. A place where silence is sacred and every gust of icy wind carries the whispers of ancient time. In the remote reaches of western Madagascar, the land erupts into a forest of stone, Tsingy De Bemahara, a maze of razor-sharp limestone spires rising like frozen lightning from the forest floor. Formed over millions of years by the relentless erosion of rainwater through ancient seabed limestone, this jagged landscape is both impassable and profoundly untouched. From a distance, the landscape appears like a fortress built by giants, a place untouched by time. Up close, the terrain becomes a test of courage and balance, where every step across the jagged stone requires care. And each narrow bridge sways above deep, ancient crevices. This alien landscape is a labyrinth of stone knives, some rising over 300 feet high, shaped by wind, water, and time into a forest of verticality. Beneath this fortress lie hidden rivers, dark caves, and ecosystems known to almost no one but the creatures who have mastered their silence. Endemic species cling to life here. Lemurs leaping from pinnacle to pinnacle, birds nesting in the shadows, and orchids blooming defiantly in pockets of dust. Scientists believe that more than 80% of species found here exist nowhere else on Earth. Tsingy is not a landscape made for comfort. It is a cathedral of stone, fierce and sacred. A place that reminds us the Earth can be beautiful not only in softness, but in strength, defiance and silence. To explore Tsingy is to walk through the bones of the world, raw, sharp and magnificent. Pamukkale, meaning cotton castle in Turkish, rises from the arid plains of southwestern Turkey like a dream spun from snow and clouds. Over thousands of years, mineral-rich thermal waters have cascaded down the hillside, leaving behind a dazzling staircase of white travertine terraces. Pools of warm, crystalline blue water shimmer atop the gleaming steps, inviting weary travelers to step into a living artwork, shaped by the patient hand of nature. Beneath this ethereal landscape lie the ruins of Hierapolis, an ancient Greco-Roman city where emperors once bathed in sacred waters, seeking healing and renewal. Even today, the warm waters of Pamukkale offer a soothing touch to the soul, blending history, legend, and natural wonder into one unforgettable embrace. As the sun sets, the white terraces glow pink and gold, a final masterpiece painted across the Turkish sky before night descends. The Serengeti spreads across northern Tanzania like a boundless ocean of golden grass. Where life beats to an ancient and powerful rhythm. Shaped long ago by volcanic forces, the land is dotted with crater lakes, waterfalls, and vast green plains that stretch into the horizon. It is home to countless wildlife. Lions stalking through tall grass, herds of antelope leaping in unison, zebras weaving across the fields like living rivers. Each year, the great wildebeest migration turns the Serengeti into one of the grandest spectacles on Earth. A thundering journey of survival and renewal. Here, humans are but silent guests in a kingdom ruled by tooth and hoof. Where every sunrise brings a new battle and every sunset bathes the land in fire. Deep cultural roots tie the Serengeti to the Maasai people. Whose traditions pulse with the fierce and unbroken spirit of the plains. Thank you for being part of this journey. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and stay with us as we keep exploring the amazing beauty of our world together.